I'm still aligning my balance and it feels like the first time I'm learning to walk. I still remember the first time I made my first film. It was a short film called Lost Soul, based on my late father's experience when he lost his slippers after Friday prayers. This film will always have a special place in my heart because I made this film 10 years after I graduated from film school. Within these 10 years, I had made a lot of grounds in television. I've won awards and made some critically acclaimed program. So I thought that with all these accreditations in television would make it easier for me. Making film is a totally different ball game for me because, you know, firstly you got to get funding and support and all the paperwork. But what I had to my advantage was that I had the support of the cast and the crew because they believe in the story is something that I had to do. This film also came at an important time when there wasn't much films, or rather zero films being made about the Singapore Malay community other than imported films that was from Malaysia or Indonesia. But as you know, the Singapore Malay is unique. With basically zero budget, me and a few friends, we gathered over a course of 2 days to make this film. Prior to 2005, only 4 official languages were encouraged in Singapore in the mainstream media. That's Chinese, Malay, Tamil and English. So when I made this film, because it's also a tribute to my late dad, I decided to make it in the Baweanese language. I felt that it's important to be authentic. The response to this film was quite amazing because it's something that I never thought could happen. It traveled to more than 30 film festivals. It also was selected to be showcased at the Museum of Modern Art in New York. Naturally, I felt very encouraged by this progress. So I decided that, maybe my calling is to make more films about the Malay community in Singapore, but not told in an insular manner. After that, I made 2 more short films. All these 3 films, which eventually I called the Love Trilogy, did very well in the international film circuit. So with this success, I've decided to make my first feature film called Sayang Disayang. The story talks about the Malay people in the Nusantara. Another good thing that came out of Lost Soul was that because it was the first film that featured the Baweanese language and it did so well, I got the attention of the Singapore Baweanese Association and I was awarded the Bawean Teladan. Since then, everywhere I go, some random uncles or aunties would just approach me in the Baweanese language. So I think the takeaway from my own experience making my first short film, Lost Soul, doing it in the Baweanese language and touching on the spirituality, is that you can never underestimate where your work will go to. Even though it's inspired from a story from Singapore, it has managed to connect with a lot of people in the world. Because of this, it gives me so much strength to continue making films. So I hope that with these little anecdotes, it could inspire you to just follow your heart and tell your story.